Okay. I've always had like a love for like beauty, like self care stuff. When I was young, my auntie she used to have like spa days for us when we were kids. So like I feel like that's when it sparked. And then as I got older and I started like going on my own, like doing like little self care stuff for myself, I was like, I love this so much that I want to like do it as like a job. And then I found out that I like could go to school for it here, and that's just kind of where it just took off from there. There was this girl on TikTok, and she was kind of like describing how like she hated all of the jobs she's ever had, and she never had like a passion for a job until she went into like doing beauty stuff. Like she was a cosmetologist, so she went into like the beauty industry, and she just like loved her job. She like loved the encounters with the girls, the job itself, and I was like, I need that. Like I want to love my job. I want to like encounter so many different people and just have a different kind of like connection with everybody versus like just like a regular job that it's just like you're showing up every day but you're not like really passionate for it. It definitely evolved over time, and I feel like the girls that I was going to get services by, just like my nails or like my hair, they like were like influencing me. Like you always talk about it. Why don't you just go do it? Like it's not as scary as you think. And then yeah, they were kind of like my push, like my like leap of faith. Like the worst that can happen is you don't like it, but like nothing beats a failure but a try. So I worked a 9 to 5 at the time, and I would work day shift, like morning. So no other school I think in Milwaukee that had like the estheology program, they didn't offer night hours. And if they did, it was like day into night, not like not later in the evening into the night. So I was just it would just kind of worked for me, and then it was really close to where I was at the time. So yeah, I was like, oh, well, it's the perfect fit. It's not a race. I feel like when I wasn't getting the hang of like certain things, like waxing, I struggled with so bad in the beginning. I like was missing hairs, I was breaking hairs, I was doing like micro patches and torturing people. But now that's like my specialty. So I just like you have to keep doing it. Nothing is a race, and like I feel like sometimes people get influenced like when they see or like they run into like people who've been doing hair or like nails or like different things in the beauty industry and they've been doing it so long and they like you have this like this built clientele and you have like you're so good at your services and you're so good at what you do. I feel like in the beginning it might be like discouraging, but I always tell like the girls who want to do school like you're gonna have to do everything 100 times. You're gonna have to take your time. It's not a race, and everybody has their own path, and everybody has a different mission. So like if you have a mission of like you wanna do different, I don't know, example like lash sets on different girls, and you don't want to be like the lash tech that does the same set on everybody, it's going to take you longer than the other person who's doing something else. But it's close to the finish line, but it's worth it. My instructors were very patient. Like I'm gonna just give a little shout out to Quay Raymond. I would come to her with probably the same question 100 times, and she was like so patient. I would like email her probably outside of like class hours. Yeah, she was so patient. She's very good at what she does. Yeah, they're very passionate. It doesn't feel like when you're talking to them, it's like they're here for like work. It feels like they're here to like serve you so you can go into the world and be prepared to interact with different types of people doing services in the industry. The classmates helped a lot. We all helped each other because we would perform services on each other, practice on each other, help each other with homework and tests. We even we did like a group study getting ready for boards together. So just like because some people had strong suits in different areas, so like when you're using your classmates and like utilizing each other's strong suits, it helps when you're trying to get to the finale of the whole program. Yeah. I went into directly a solo SD. So right after graduation, the Instagram that we made in class, I just started like promoting like $25 Brazilians or like $20 Brazilians. And I had bought like a whole bunch of like furniture, like the pamphlet that they give you, like you're gonna need this, this, and this. I had bought like everything out of it. So and I set it up in my living room. And I had started to like build the clientele out of there. And then once I got better and I was more comfortable, that was probably like 9 months I was doing that. And then was I was encouraged to go into a suite, and I was so scared because I was like, hold on, I'm not even like, I just graduated. Like, there are so many other people who have been doing this for so long. Like, this can go so bad. But it ended up going like perfect. It was perfect. And I was there for almost 2 years. And then when I moved to my second location, it was just another suite. I moved to another suite, and I was there for about 6 months, and I had the opportunity to open up my own salon suite. So now that's where I work out of. Allure Beauty Salon Suites. Waxing is like my specialty. I love it. It's the thing that I think it was the thing that I like dreaded in school, but after I like graduated and started practicing more, it took a like a hold to me, and I that's like my favorite thing to do. I would say don't let anybody steer you from your path. If you are going to, if you want to pursue something, if you want to open a salon or open a school or do anything like that, I would just say go for it. Make connections, link with people, talk to people. Don't let somebody who doesn't know you or doesn't see your vision try to steer you from that. Another thing I would probably say is you're gonna fail sometime along your journey, and it's okay. And what's not for you is not for you. I always tell people, like, if you have a plan and execute it, and it might take a couple tries, but it's gonna be worth it. And when it's all said and done, I mean, if it doesn't work, it wasn't for you. Something better is coming. You have to have a passion. I don't just do it because it's trending or because your friend does it or because someone told you to do it. Like, if you genuinely have a passion for it, I would say go for it. And you might like even grow your passion along the way, but don't do it because it's trending. Do it because you want to, because it comes a lot comes with you being in the beauty industry. It's not just, oh, I made this amount of money, or I had the opportunity to do this. You're interacting with different people all day long. You're like getting to know people sometimes on personal levels. And I feel like that's just some things that people don't take into account when they're trying to find their like career path. But yeah, I would say you definitely have to have a passion for it. I wish I focused on the makeup more. Yeah, I wish I focused on because it's so I feel like it's so intricate and it's so interesting how like people do makeup nowadays versus like from what I like know of makeup. I wish I would have focused on that more. I wish I would have took marketing more serious, and really like dive into like the platforms that they have available for like the editing, like video transitions, just like yeah, because marketing is everything, and you're gonna reach so many different people marketing your brand, and you want to do it properly. You want to have like an image, you want to have a look, and you want to look like who you are. So yeah, I would definitely say marketing is important. If you can start it early before you get out of school, and you can get the ball rolling on that, by the time you're out and you're ready to go out into the world and do services, people already are aware of who you are. Yeah, I feel like people misunderstand that your image outside of work matters. It's like a representation of you. So like if you don't have a good image outside of work, I feel like it kind of like reflects who you are in the business world. At times, hold yourself to like a high standard. Hold yourself like accountable. Just like be aware. Like even like all the time. Just because you are a representation of like you, your brand, your business, and stuff like that. I feel like people don't account for that a lot. The internet. TikTok is like TikTok is on it. I TikTok like my clients participate in trends with me, or they'll like send me like we should do this at my next appointment. Yeah, just like staying up or like look up or like I'll like look into like stuff that's slowly up and coming. So then by the time it is already like really popular, I've already dropped it. Yeah, just staying up on the trends, utilize the internet, utilize the social media platforms. If you have like models or like clients or friends who are willing to engage in those type of things to like promote your your services, I would say do it. Accommodation, the variety of hours that they have. They have a lot of programs like post graduation just for like their alumni, like for you to come and be an instructor, just for you to still like come to events like fashion shows and stuff like that. Yeah, you still have access. I think it's like for 2 years after graduation of like their like just like upcoming events, and just like new like news boards and stuff like that. So and I mean I feel like you can always once you graduate, I feel like you're always welcome to come back and do like education or like if you have an idea and you want to like pitch it to them, if it'll like influence students or like help upcoming people in school, I don't feel like they're so like I feel like they're supportive of it. It wasn't how I thought beauty school was gonna be. Not bad. It was just I don't know. I thought it was gonna be like I didn't think we were gonna get homework or anything like that. I thought it was gonna be like really peaches and cream, but you really have to like dive in and like put your foot into it and like really like study and do the same things 100 times to get good at it. But it was good, and the program was a good length of time to where I feel like it wasn't dragging out and like I was like losing passion or like forgetting things that I was learning. Um, and the hours that they have available for like students, it gives like a nice like work life balance if like you do stuff outside of here or like if you work or like stuff like that. So it was a good experience. I feel like it went by quick and like coming up to graduation, like when you're doing like the state boards, I feel like the prep for that was so well that when it came to state boards, I wasn't really nervous because I was like, I feel like I'm ready.